Hey there and welcome. Have you ever had the feeling thinking if the you that you have in your head matches the you that every other person sees? We're going to dive straight into the rabbit hole of the filter, the self-esteem filter. So what is the deal with self-image? Self-image is like the mental portrait that you paint of yourself. It is kind of shaped by what other people think, right? The experiences that you have had, the interactions that they have had with you. But get this, it's not just about how you look. It is a whole gallery of smart things that you have done, quirks, how you roll socially, and even those deep thoughts that you have had. Now here comes the game changer, self-esteem filter. Think of this as your mental filter, but not that filter that smooths your selfies. No, this filter has got a bigger job. Now think about the filters in your life, you know, the ones in your ACs, in your cars, or even the ones on your phone, the ones you use to make you look good. Filters catch the stuff that you don't want around. Well, your self-esteem filter is like that. What it does is it grabs onto those things that don't line up with how you see yourself. But wait, now this is where it gets twisty. If something doesn't fit the you that you have cooked up in your head, your mental alarm goes off and it's like your brain saying, whoa, stop there. This does not match the picture I've got. So your filter has a mission. And what it does is to keep your self-image safe and sound. So once you have glued together that mental self-portrait, whether it is the high-five awesome personality or it's the not so sure kind of personality, your filter steps in. It waves away every stuff that doesn't vibe with your masterpiece. But here is the scoop. Your filter isn't just a guard. It is also a player. It's like a remix artist. What it does is changing up stuff to fit your own jam. Anything that comes around, your filter changes them to fit the music that you are playing. So once your self-image playlist is set, then your filter starts swiping left on those things that don't groove with it. It takes them off and only allows the things that groove with it. So imagine this. Now, life is tossing you all kind of stuff from different places. Opinions come your way, opportunities come your way, choices. But what your filter is doing is it is sorting through all those things. It is like a cool DJ at a party. The DJ is playing only the tracks that match your dance moves. And here is where it gets juicy. What if we could dial down this filter? What if we could let new beats and rhythm come in? So it's not about ditching who you are at the moment. It's about adding layers to the masterpiece. It's about saying, hey, let's see what other shade I've got. Let's see the other side of me. So are you ready for a ride? Let's go. So imagine breaking down the walls of this filter. Imagine setting your self-image free to explore new territories. Get ready to question the norms, the things that have made up the norms in your life. And let's dive into the deep end of self-discovery. What happens when this mental bouncer that we have got, when this bouncer gets a bit healthier? Well, that is when things start to get interesting. Let's talk about a healthy filter. It's like this gatekeeper that lets the right comment in and keeps the not so cool ones out. So let's wear our imagination hat. Imagine that you have this self-image, right? Now, maybe in your head, you've decided that you're not exactly a brainiac. You're not that smart. Then someone comes your way and drops this compliment on you and says, wow, that was genius. Guess what happens? Your self-esteem filter says, no, oh no, that does not fit the script. Have you ever tried giving a compliment to someone who just seems to be a master at deflecting them? It is like trying to stick a note on a slippery surface. You say to this person, you're amazing, you are so good. And it's like the filter in that person says, no, not today. It's a bit like wearing a raincoat in a compliment shower. So, but here is the cool twist. This whole setup can actually work in your favor. If your self-image is pretty solid, your filter will then become a shield of awesomeness. Let's imagine that someone tries to rain on your parade with a "you're not so good enough" comment. Your filter steps up, does a little shrug, and then you think, they're having a rough day. I know, I rock. See, it's like a superhero duo. Your self-image and your filter both working in harmony. Now, if they are in sync, they can power you up. They can give you the confidence to tackle your day, and then basically you become a rock star at life. But here is where it gets tricky again. If your self-image is hanging out in that "I am not cool" territory, then guess what happens? Your filter is gonna make sure only thoughts that match that hangout spot get through. It's like a club that has a strict guest list. So here is the big question. Can we tweak the system? Can we give our filter a little boost? A touch of positivity so that it sends out only good vibes? Can we make it a champion of our self-esteem and let it cheer us on? Hold on tight, because we're going to get even deeper. We're going to uncover the secrets of flipping the script and rewiring your self-esteem filter for the better. Speaking of filters and attitudes, let's dive into a story that is as mind-bending as it is eye-opening. Imagine a tale of twin brothers, as identical as peas in a pond. But here is the significant twist. One of them is an eternal optimist, while the other, well, you could call him the eternal pessimist. The parents were scratching their head, wondering how did these two extremes emerge from the same mold. Now, as you might guess, these extremes were quite the puzzle for their parents. They tried every parental hack in the book, every mind trick, but nada. The pessimist stayed gloomy and the optimist remained well optimistic. Their mother was on a mission to fuse these contrasting attitudes, to bring them closer to the center. It was time to call for reinforcement. It was time to call the counselor. The counselor dove in and went deep, talking to the twins and figuring out the lay of the land. Then he had a heart-to-heart with the mom, and he dropped a true bomb. He said, "You've got the North and the South Pole living with you under the same roof. What they need is a reality check, a jolt to snap them back to earth." Guess what? I cannot imagine what the counselor said. So, with Christmas around the corner, the counselor proposed a wild plan. So brace yourself for this. He turned to the mom and said, "For your pessimistic son, we are going all out. Let's give him every toy, gadget, gizmo known to humankind. Let's shower his room with them while he is asleep. That should shake his belief in a dreary world." The mom nodded, probably wondering if this was Santa's secret side gig. But then came the curveball. Now, for the sunny son, the man said, "No toys at all, no gifts, nothing nice. I want you to find a massive box, fill it with manure, get bags, put animal waste in those bags, and take the bag, put it in the box. Take this massive box to this child's room. Place it there." Yep, you heard that right. This was a reality dose. So Christmas morning arrived, and the mom couldn't sleep a wink. She heard noises from the pessimist's room, thuds, crashes, and whatnot. Now, rushing in, she found him smashing one toy after another, grumbling about the quality of the toys. He was like, cheap stuff. He was not happy. Next, the woman went to the optimist's room, only to find him nowhere. So As a mother, she was panicking, but she spotted the box, and this box seemed to have life of its own. The box wriggled and jiggled. The mom's heart skipped a beat. Had her optimistic son run away? But then a voice emerged from inside the box and said, "Hey, Mom, with all these materials, there's got to be a pony here, somewhere hiding." Joy, excitement, his words were like confetti of positivity. Now, let's circle back to that filter that we've been talking about. Just like in the story, our filter takes what we believe about ourselves, and then it shapes how we see the world. It's like putting on a pair of glasses that color everything around us. Guess what? This filter starts its work right from the get-go. As we grow, it soaks up all those interactions and experiences, building our self-image piece by piece. Every smile, every frown, every high five that we get, they all contribute to the grand mosaic of how we see ourselves. Stay tuned. The adventure is not yet over. Sure thing. Let's break down how the self-esteem filter can either be your sidekick or your foe. Alright, imagine you're wearing a pair of magical glasses, not the kind that make you look cool, but the kind that changes how you see everything around you. So imagine your filter as your personal fan club. When you've got a healthy self-image, this filter is your ultimate supporter. It boosts your confidence and helps you to get the good stuff. It's like having a friend who is always there to say to you that you are awesome. You've got this. So, do you remember ever acing a test or nailing a presentation? Your filter at this point is in superhero mode, amplifies that feeling of achievement. It cranks up the volume in your inner applause and then make you to feel on top of the world. Sometimes this filter may take a different route. If your self-image isn't in the best shape, your filter can act like a doubting Thomas. It filters out the good and lets in the doubt. It's like having a friend who keeps whispering, "Are you sure that you can do this?" So imagine that you're about to try something new, like you want to play a new sport. Your filter in sneaky mode might amplify your worries, and it's like, "What if I'm terrible? What if everyone laughs at me?" Suddenly, then your confidence takes a hit, and it's like you're playing against your own team. Now, let's balance things. Your filter isn't all good and all bad. It's like a balance scale. It looks at how you see yourself and adjusts how you see the world. So if you think that you're amazing, then your filter will help you spot the positives. If you think that you're not great, it's gonna magnify the doubts. Picture your filter as a referee in a game. If you're feeling positive about yourself, then it's gonna blow the whistle for every good play that you make. But if you're feeling down, it's gonna call a timeout and question every move that you make. But here is the transformation. Guess what? You've got the power to train this filter. If it's playing the doubt dealer too often, you can step in and give it a new script. Feed it with positive thoughts. Remind it of your achievements, and soon it will start saying things your way. Think of your filter as a pet dog. Train it to fetch positivity instead of doubt. When it brings back thoughts like "I'm not good enough," toss it a mental treat. "Remember when I aced that project? Do you remember? I'm totally capable." So here is the deal. Your self-esteem filter can be your biggest sidekick or your trickiest foe. But guess what? You hold the remote. You can guide it to focus on the good stuff, to see the potential in you, and to filter out those nagging doubts. So imagine you are a pilot flying your own plane. You are in control of where your filter takes you. You can steer it away from turbulence and towards clear skies of self-confidence. Your self-esteem filter is like a pair of glasses that can either show you a world full of possibilities or one that is filled with doubt. Train your filter, guide it, and let it be your ultimate sidekick. Remember that you are the director of this show and your filter is just a supporting actor. It's time to give it a script for success. And there you have it, friends, the mesmerizing journey through the world of the self-esteem filter. We've unraveled how this filter shapes our reality, boosting our confidence, or whispering doubt in our ears. But guess what? You've got the tools to harness this filter's potential and make it work for you. But hold on tight, because the adventure is far from over. Our next video is brewing, and let me tell you, it's a game changer. We're diving into the incredible power of telling your story, how your words can shape your world and transform your life. You won't want to miss it. Trust me, it's gonna be a showstopper that leaves you thinking, wow, I've got to share this with everyone I know. And hey, here is a challenge for you. In the comments, share one thing that you have learned about your self-esteem filter today. Let's get this conversation buzzing. Until then, keep rocking your journey, and remember that you have got the power to write your own story. So see you in the next video, where we are going to unlock the secrets of storytelling wonder. Stay curious, stay inspired, and keep rewriting the script of your amazing life.